Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is September 1st. Happy first day of meteorological fall to everybody out there. We'll take a look at what the summer brought here really quickly, as well as, of course, the current weather, their upper level low coming and starting to spread some convection back up across the Pacific Northwest. If you take a look out there, you might see some of those altocumulus, those puffy white clouds, and some virga out there as that precipitation falls through those dry mid levels in the atmosphere. It does, for the most part, evaporate, but it makes for a nice sky there, nice sunrise out there for some locations. But we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at what is to come here through the midterm and the extended forecast as well. So let's dive into some of those things. This is for May 16th. Check it out. So this is the June, July, and August forecast that the Climate Prediction Center put out. And so you got to give them props here because check it out. You see the warmth across a lot of the west that they predicted and some of the south and some of the northeast. And look at what actually occurred during those 3 months. This is an exceptionally a good forecast there. So props to the Climate Prediction Center for absolutely nailing our summer weather here across the lower 48 states, no doubt. This is Spokane. Check out the 30-year moving average. Again, a very warm summer here for Spokane, just kind of showing you that the last, decade or two have definitely been seeing some of the rise in temperatures for Spokane International Airport. Taking a look at the visible satellite imagery, we didn't see any lightning strikes last night, but we're going to be watching today. You can see as we went through the day yesterday, some of that convection riding up, and again, some of that altocumulus you can see across some of the coastal areas, and you saw some of that across western Washington as well. Put that into motion the overnight hours. You can see these black spots here are actually the fires for some areas of Spokane as they continue to produce some pretty extreme amounts of smoke, actually. I mean, some of these areas have been extremely smoky, and the smoke is drifting around into Washington, Oregon, and down into the valley areas there, the Treasure Valley, across Idaho. And then we put that into motion. And you can actually see this morning. Look at this little area, that hot spot right there. And then if we scroll on into this morning, you can see the smoke being produced by that fire across the Oregon Cascade. So interesting there. But again, you can see all this altocumulus moving up across the area. And again, quite a bit of smoke across Spokane. But we're going to take a look at that thunderstorm potential here over the next few days because east of the mountains, it's looking pretty good, especially eastern Oregon here. Will we get a lightning strike here? It doesn't look like much, but there is still the potential for western Washington, western Oregon. More on that here in a moment. Here's the official Storm Prediction Center forecast. You can see it does reach up into the Oregon Cascades. This is for today, day 1. Day 2, eastern Oregon, eastern Washington, just clipping the southeast portion there, North Cascades, northeast Washington. Does not include Spokane right now. And then day 3, this activity is going to start pushing off across Idaho and Montana. So taking a look at the upper levels of the atmosphere, this is 18,000 feet, 500 millibars. There is our upper level low, and you can see it starting to spread that convection across the region here. And as we go on in through tonight into tomorrow morning, the area I'm watching for here as we go through the day Monday, we're really going to have a couple of rounds of thunderstorms moving across eastern Oregon. Again, those could spread north there as well. But some of these could contain some gusty winds and some dangerous lightning with them as well. And again, multiple rounds all the way on in through Tuesday morning, and then again Tuesday afternoon as this system pushes across Idaho and Montana. And we're going to remain warm on the back side of this upper level low. It's going to cool us down a bit as it moves through here for the next few days, but it is going to bounce back, and I'll show you that in some of the upper levels of the atmosphere here with the European versus the GFS in a moment. But taking a look at composite reflectivity, this is what the Doppler radar may look like here over the next 60 hours. You see as we go through this afternoon, it tries to pop off a few showers here across Washington, the Cascades, western Oregon Cascades as well. So you can't completely rule out a lightning strike with that, but if I had to bet, I'd say probably not, but I'd love to be surprised and get some lightning out there. I always have my cameras ready. Taking a look as we go on in towards Monday, though. Here's very early Monday morning, another round of showers, and you can see it coming across eastern Oregon. Monday afternoon, the storms get a bit stronger here. You can see Bend, Oregon is right there, and yeah, some interesting thunderstorm activity, multiple rounds of it moving across eastern Oregon. As you can see, the spin in the atmosphere, the upper level low may be bringing some rain to Pullman there. Southeast Washington, wheat country out there also. And then that system will be kicking off to the east. So if we take a look at the high resolution rapid refresh, this is lightning flash density potential. So I'm going to scroll through here and kind of pick it out, and you can kind of see it does hint at a little bit here maybe tonight. This isn't much though. I'm not expecting much with that, but I would love to be surprised. However, as we go through the overnight hours tonight to tomorrow morning, you can actually see a little bit better potential with some of that. But again, I'd love to be surprised. I don't really think that will be producing lightning, but again, it possibly could. I put it like maybe what 20% chance or something like that. And then as we scroll on in through Monday, again, I want to show you here as we go through Monday and then Monday afternoon, look at some of these storms popping off across eastern Oregon. Multiple rounds potentially again as that upper level low continues to pivot through. So looking at the European on the left versus the GFS, the American model on the right, you've got Alaska in the upper left on these maps. Washington is right here where I'm circling. And you can see the upper level low right there off our coastline here, moving through the area, suppressing our temperatures a bit. But you see the ridge quickly rebound as we go on in through Tuesday and then Wednesday across the region all the way up towards the Northwest Territories and the Yukon. Pretty strong ridge there. And that's going to warm us up in probably the last extended period of heat for the Pacific Northwest. That's not a guarantee, but for the most part, it is that time of year where it becomes increasingly difficult to bring heat waves to the Pacific Northwest. And then you can see this trough that both models want to show as we head off towards next weekend. So that will be interesting here. We'll see if this signal maintains or if the models start flip-flopping yet again. Take that with a grain of salt. Still just technically a fantasy forecast. And then as we look way off into the extended forecast, you can see things diverge quite dramatically as you get 10, 11 days out there. Big ridge on the GFS versus some pretty deep troughing here across a lot of the west as we go on into the mid portion of September. So you just kind of throw that out at this time frame. So looking at Seattle, Tacoma, check it out for today, 81. And then we drop the temperatures back down a bit as we go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But then we bounce back that heat as that ridge builds as we go through Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Then we watch to see if that next trough is going to arrive in our extended forecast. Take a look at Portland. Excuse me. You can see we're right about 90 degrees again today, but then we drop things down for a couple of days. It'll be a nice little cool down, but then the heat is going to return with a vengeance as we go through Wednesday and Thursday. I mean, look at some of these temperatures on the raw GFS model data, 96 and 98 and staying pretty warm until we get towards the weekend. Then maybe another trough arrives. And this is look at the National Blended Models. This averages out multiple different models, but again, still some pretty warm weather coming up as we go through the mid portion of the upcoming week after a bit of a cool down with that upper level low. Seattle, something similar there as well. But look at that 85 on September 5th. Pretty warm day there. And looking at the Tri-Cities, check this out. Looking east of the mountains now, you can see some pretty warm temperatures existing all the way on in through probably next weekend. A little bit of a dip there with that upper level low moving through. Here's Stampede Pass. You're back up across some of the mountainous areas. I saw a lot of people going out towards the mountains and going camping out there. It is Labor Day weekend, so it is that time of year. But you can see Monday, Tuesday, it's going to cool down a bit here. But if you can stay out the whole week, you're definitely going to be rewarded with some pretty warm temperatures across a lot of the higher terrain even as well. Now, taking a look at Whistler, check it out. You can see 31C is about 88. That's today. And you can see even on Tuesday, that's still about, 75 degrees. And you can see bouncing back towards 86 degrees or 30C as we go through Thursday. So pretty warm conditions across a lot of the higher terrain of British Columbia also. Now, looking at Portland, we've been looking at this the last few days, and really not many of the ensembles have much precipitation for Portland International Airport. It just shows maybe 1/100 of an inch or something with one of those passing showers. And here's Seattle, a little bit better chance here, but still, look at that. That's under 5/100 of an inch there. And again, a pretty low chance of a thunderstorm here. Not very likely, but it is in the realm of possibility. Looking at Pullman, you can see as this upper level low passes through as we go on in through Monday night into Tuesday, you can see it does show, some of these ensembles do show a couple tenths of an inch on some of them. The control shows right around 1/10 of an inch of precipitation. Now looking at Spokane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ensemble members actually have anything there. The control run had very little. So yeah, not looking at a lot of precipitation there, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Baker City Municipal Airport, you can see, again, light precipitation, some of these showers moving across the area down there in Oregon. Now, taking a look at what is to come here. This is September, October, and November, and you can see equal chances here across some western portions, but as you get east of the mountains, it looks like above average signal there, and some of the southwest also. And this was issued still over 2 weeks ago, but this is the forecast here for the next 3 months. And the seasonal precipitation outlook for the same time frame there, August 15th, you can see that above average signal for the Pacific Northwest as well. So this is the week 3 to 4 temperature outlook. This was issued only 2 days ago, and this goes mid-September towards the end of the month. But you can see kind of equal chances here for a lot of the Pacific Northwest and the West Coast. But that precipitation signal remains above average there. So maybe some of that troughing will come to fruition. And we'll be breaking that down day by day for you, so no need to worry about that right now. Just like to show some of those extended forecasts sometimes. So looking at that surface smoke, you can see plenty of it around Idaho as we scroll through the day today. This is about 5 p.m. p.m. and you can see some of that getting into southeast Washington. Looks like what is that, near the Mount Adams fire out there. I forget the name of it. I'm drawing a blank on that right now, but it's still producing some smoke, and you can see the big smoke producer still across Idaho here, and that could be drifting back and forth into eastern Washington and eastern Oregon at times as we go through the upcoming week here. So yeah, I'll be looking for a trough here. Maybe we can bring some precipitation to portions of Idaho to really help out with these fires, but it still may be a week or so more away, or could be even longer. You know how this goes. So yeah, anyway, here we go. Upper level low. Get out there, take some pictures of those clouds. Send them to me if you want on X or Mastodon. I'm actually on that one too. Seattle Weather Guy, same screen name as on X. But yeah, if you guys see anything out there, and I'll be watching as well. Lightning strikes still a possibility here, and we'll be watching this today as we go, and we'll break this all down again tomorrow. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, click like and subscribe. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.